We are... we are finally live. I'm sorry for the wait. I don't know what happened, but I'm also trying not to startle you by just coming on strong. I say this. This was working a second ago, and now it's frozen. Oh no. Okay, we're good. Hi! What's up, Iris? Uh-oh. Thinker, sensitive, physical. Create your own. Extremely intelligent, very bad with people, knows interesting facts, comes up with original ideas. Sounds like... Very psychological, a magnetic personality, but unstable, might begin to lose mind. Hey, Barry! Hey, Kroga, what's up? Okay, you gotta see this. Are you familiar with this game? Abigail! The day has been so quiet without you. Extremely physical, interacts with the world through his body. Is there actual fighting in here? Create my own travesty? Wait, is it... Okay, this equates to that. Motorix. Your sense is how agile you are? Uh-oh. Sensitive. Well, we can... You're a robot. I don't care about being sensitive. Let's be real. We'll do that. I don't know how much this is gonna screw me. Great. Ooh. How healthy you are. I have no idea what that means. Make your own cop? That's what I'm doing! I have no idea what any of these stats do. But we're clearly going for no emotion. Logic, encyclopedia, set skill. 5 intel. Oh, do I get to choose? Nope, I don't get to choose one from each of these. Endurance, pain threshold, physical instrument. Flex powerful muscles, enjoy healthy organs. Go to party planet, love and be loved by drugs. You went with empathy for your run? Isn't that's the opposite of what I just chose, where I said give me none. Should I pick something that's something I'm strong in or not strong in? See, hear, smell everything, let no detail go unnoticed. The quickest to react. An untouchable man. Is that a bad thing? What if I chose empathy but had one? This is a new game I'm playing. I haven't played this game ever before. So I have no idea what to expect. Straighten your back, keep your poker face. Would it matter? Intimidate the public? I feel you can do that without. Connection to Station 41. Is that aliens? Reconstruct crime scenes. Make a law of physics and work for the law. Understand creativity. See art in the world. Play the actor, lie and detect lies. Whoa. That feels helpful. Maybe I'm looking at the drama or the perception. I think this is a crime game. But you have to ask Abigail, she's more familiar with this than me. Oh, do I get more? No. Yeah, we're playing Cowboys on Sundays now, and then this, which, Abigail, you will be happy to know, characters have already been created. We got some cowboy characters now. I figured you'd be down. Look, when you're inspired, you're just inspired. Nobody can help it. It just happens. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address, even the clearest water if the deepest enough to drown. I have not drawn very good pictures
There
of
is
mine yet.
nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore. Ever. Never, ever.
They keep on existing.
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it. You got it, sweet brother. Nothing upon nothing upon nothing.
I like nothing.
I know you do, baby. I know. Coming right up,
Cop
sir.
up more of that
Smooth
oblivion.
passage.
Aliens, see? Let's go. I want to get off now. I like pain and a burning light and wanting things from people who don't give them to me.
Alright, nothing down to fuck all, borough.
Can you guys hear? Is the volume loud enough or should I change the volume? Do let me know that. Nothing to... Okay, cool. Every game has its own settings, so I'm like... Let's visit the ancient Zero home. Look, there's... I'm tired of being this type of animal, and who gives? A return trip to the silence, please?
Do you want me to upgrade that to a one-way trip, sir?
Don't stop, keep singing. Sing me the Song of Death. Yes, please.
The Song of Death
I'm gonna
is
get myself
sweet
killed.
and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man meet around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
Mother, help me. There's a head attached to my neck and I'm getting...
rises from your mouth. I know it. An ungodly headache.
Help, someone cut my head off. It's trying to murder the rest of me. Who am I? What sort of creature does this to their own
A
mouth?
fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Was that actually a visual creator? Or do you generally look the same every time? There's nothing coming out of my neck. I feel severely underdressed, though. You should not wear pants the same color as your skin. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Well, you know, looks like we lack the drink. Item gained, empty cassette player. I should say empty cassette. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. Can I, It's empty, isn't it? Yeah, so that's not gonna do anything. No, we are just hold the tab to highlight. See bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liquors. I'll take that. Let's put that on.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off.
Someone.
Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror.
Let's just get it over with. Wipe the mirror. Maybe I should touch it first to make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Behold.
Oh. Look at our smile.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
What is this? Of course I do. It's some kind of superstar.
It appears you're also dead. There's
Hey.
clearly rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I think it might be because I'm a
Please
superstar.
stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
No.
You can't,
This is
can
what
you?
superstars do.
It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face, and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? You should
Superstardom.
check yourself for a pulse, superstar. From here it looks like a cadaverous spasm. Good call. Go ahead and try something if you like. Or, stop staring into the mirror.
Dig deep into your eyes to locate the source. What happens if I lose?
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place, somewhere in the past.
Very low.
That's all you know for now. It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Rude. Are we always drunk? I got pants now. I got a jacket now. Oh, there's a tie up there. I got shoes now. Those already get... Yes, they did. Let's get this tie. I want to know how much having zero empathy and being
two
like a
chamber
liar is
switches.
going to affect. I just
One
made him a
ends in a tiny
psychopath
fan,
on accident.
The other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. You swoop up and catch the tie. What you have in your hand is a truly hideous necktie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. The blades come squeaking to a halt. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain. It's just a little hangover-induced photosensitivity. Don't overreact. Little black spots dance on your retinas. It's almost pleasurable.
I believe it. I just had not
The
been...
window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
I just not realized that I had given him zero empathy and then picked being good at lying and telling when other people are lying.
The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy,
And the
but you
implications
see
of that.
the ocean and some war-torn buildings. The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Was it me? Did I break this
A
window?
fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely
What
a
did this
projectile
then?
than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Wait, what am I doing? Assess the size of the impact. Let's go.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
Maybe it wasn't me. I should go and get that shoe. I don't need it. I don't need anyone.
Cool wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
Looks like we're gonna go and get some shoe.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Go. Oh, do I have... So wait, do I have to go out onto the porch from my own house? Okay, I didn't think so. I didn't think there was a door here.
Hello, officer.
What up, lady?
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28.
Turn your bloated face away from her beauty and just keep on walking.
No.
Wait, I know I'm a businessman, chief executive officer, right? Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir. I am,
Are you
yes.
sure?
Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
I don't even remember.
You've been
All
here for
this
3
time.
days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else? Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? Very low. Try on her to let her know that you want her physically. No, that's not.
Could it be because of the drinking?
She hasn't had time to put her makeup on. This is her morning cigarette. She looks tired, her beauty waning faster than it ought to at her age.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
Good to know. I'm not even.
Of course.
I'm not trying.
Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
Something stirs in you as she's about to go. Call it an instinct, a need. The need to ask questions. It's like you said the words 1,000,000 times before. She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
What if I don't want to ask questions? Before you go, I have some questions for you.
Yes?
What is it that you have against the police here? What exactly is here? Where am I? Tell me. Is it 51 now? Your room is almost next to mine. Did you hear anything last night?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I couldn't say. It's impossible to hear people speaking from over here.
Loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestration prime among them.
Should be loud disco music.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
Yeah, we go on. It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped and there was a change of pace. A slow,
happened?
sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of the time, you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also,
What else?
that it doesn't matter anymore and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a winded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry. When you say wounded, do you mean like it in a cool way, like a wild beast?
Yes. It was very cool.
Then what
Then
happened?
you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted? You're making this up. I would never behave like that.
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Please tell me there wasn't anything else. It frights me to hear this. Tell me there was more.
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. And that was it.
What is it that they have against the police here? What exactly? Okay.
The dock workers are pretty cocky. They think they're police enough. At least here on the coast. I can't say about the rest of the city. You're in a hostel, sir.
No. Where are we? Where in the world?
We are in Revachol.
Revachol is the disgraced former capital of the world, divided into zones of control under foreign occupation. Half a century after a failed world revolution, she is central to our moment in time.
Should that mean something to me? Ravishol forever. How about you tell me something else instead?
You sure look like you're from Revachol. Revachol parties. It's 51. The current century?
And that's what?
Centuries
what number?
don't have numbers. They have names. And this is the current one.
How many centuries have there been?
Civilization has existed for 8,000 years, sir.
What's so funny?
You're right. There is nothing funny about civilization. Glad to have been of assistance.
Well, goodbye. We do live in a society. Find your other shoe. What we're working on that. We are, in fact. Is this going onto the patio so I can get my shoe? Balcony, it should say. There it is. My shoe! Okay, let me... Oh my gosh. I'm trying to clear malware, close malware bytes in case it is lagging me. A gust of briny wind washes over you. Too much tater mash for real, though. Can I reach it? There we go. This is the weekend edition of satirical newspaper, Trompe de Monde. Cigarettes? She leave a cigarette here? Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. Still smoking. That's what I thought. Getting ourselves some free cigarettes. big old karaoke mic waiting for someone to sing into it. I think it's a Dame Dane moment. This is where the lyrics will be. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with
You should
static.
totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed.
My
People
soul.
need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
Hell yeah, my soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard.
I agree.
Through a PA system. By other people. Whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
This goes well with the theory that I'm developing, that I am a down-on-my-luck superstar person.
Who is mistakenly identified as a cop for his prominent jawline? Yes, sounds likely. You should probably go on stage and pose for a moment when you're done with this thought. You should sing the sad small church song from that tape you found. Thought it was obvious.
Of course, they really get a gauge on my soul. That one, I was thinking maybe that I could sing something happy from one of those ostentatious orchestration folks.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic, small church song. Who's laughing now? No one. You would need another copy of the tape first, though. The one upstairs is destroyed. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. Everything is cool between you and this guy. He's a big fan. Make some small talk.
Failed. Look at that stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it.
I like that it's like, go and make small talk with him, and I'm just imagining, then it fails, and I'm just imagining like, hey, bro. You're just like,
Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. A small engraved steel tag says, "The Great Skua, Stair Koari's Skua."
can I help you
Look,
with that?
your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
I am a superstar,
He pretends not to hear you,
and I talk to
concentrating
whoever I
on the
want.
bird instead.
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
He's very animated all of a sudden. This seems like a touchy subject.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be that way. Inside, you catch a glimpse of union paraphernalia, strike posters, some red pennants. A soft purr of an electric juicer comes from the kitchen. Someone is working. Man, I better not end up accidentally stealing anything like that horse. The water cooler. A large bubble of rising from the surface. Doors is bolted. The sign reads, "Kitchen reserved for personnel until 13." Well, I know, but I mean, if I, like, pick up random items and then someone's like, "Hey, that was my picture." The sign reads, "Mess hall reserved."
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
I will talk to whoever I please. This royal pinball machine is unplugged. Welcome back, Monty. Bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled-down overalls. The back of his shirt reads, "Wild Pines," encircled by a logo.
A colorful
tree.
piece of plastic is dangling from his carabiner. Makes your fingers itch. On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Yeah, we made a psychopath.
You've just picked up some
Monty.
magnesium. This item is stored in the bottom left corner of the screen above your character portrait. Use magnesium to heal your morale if you have morale damage.
It's a dock worker's ID, doubling as a shift card and a job permit. A young,
He gave them
able-bodied
to me.
man stares back at you from the photo. Santiago S. John.
Steal the dock worker's ID.
Your fingers find their way into the shackle, flicking open its spring-loaded gate. The metal loop holds the plastic ID and a leather-bound pocketbook.
No, we're borrowing. Like that horse. We're gonna give it back.
The man emits a loud snore. Is he about to wake up? Doesn't look like it, but you never know. Better be quick. The sleeping dock worker has little to say about your actions. He remains silent.
Yeah, we're gonna not press our luck on that. I feel like if I kept him, he would have been like, excuse me? Why is your hand in my wallet? Somewhere door closed for winter. I mean, like, is that your wallet? I thought it was my pocket.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. On the sleeve of his bomber jacket, as well as on its back, are the same enigmatic white rectangles as on your blazer.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name.
Invent a name? I don't know.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here? If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I am a policeman. What interviews? Yes, I have.
Right. And the interviews? Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
How would we know this? Look, man, you know, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure. But did you... So, the body is still in the tree, where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
I mean, maybe it's not in the tree. What if I told you I'm not really a police officer? How can you be sure that I'm a police? But I can't remember anything. What are we supposed to do here again?
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine.
I thought
They
you were going
won't
to say
have that.
more alcohol.
So cigarettes will have to do.
You'd be so sure that I'm from the police.
We all feel that way sometimes. There is no such thing as a police officer, I'm afraid.
Yeah, you can't get a
What
hangover
remains
if you're
is
still
that there is a
drunk.
dead body in the tree. Someone has to figure out who put it there. If we don't, no one else will. But first, we have to take it down. I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back. I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General. Internal affairs. And I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation. Yes,
They're just white
they're not
rectangles.
just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something?
You mean you don't have a badge?
It was not on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence. Talk to the manager. After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Alright, let's go,
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
the Hairbringer of Ruin. I'm in between names.
What?
That is my superstar name.
What is this? A joke to you? Is this what you get when you call the police now?
Yes.
This guy? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
This sounds like something you can use to call this Sylvie later.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No.
Good night,
I live in
Iris. Thanks for
Jamrock.
hanging out.
I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective, I have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Calm down, Mr.
He
Bartender.
thinks you're stupid, sire.
Where exactly is the body? Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
She pertains to the coming apocalypse.
Does she? Maybe she does. Maybe she pertains to the apocalypse. Sylvie is not here because I asked for her number. The dead body out back didn't help either, but it was mostly me. I hope you appreciate that.
Thank you.
I asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
I am a feminist. Everything is something to do with everything. Is that a normal answer? Have you had that answer before, Abigail? I don't know, I just went for it.
Good for you. Was there something else? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard, the prey drive says.
The prey drive. Should I even listen to the prey drive?
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
Why did you have to kill him?
Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The lieutenant stands motionless, his expression unreadable.
Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing
What
him?
are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
Anyone? Have you killed someone else then?
He ignores you.
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there. That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Let's go.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
The IIR, or
Good night, Barry.
Inter Real,
Thanks for hanging
is
out.
the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real.
You're under arrest.
Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money.
What is it?
What are you, a philosopher?
Actually, I might. Well, I'm a superstar, which is another word for a philosopher. So yeah, since I woke up, I've had trouble remembering even the most basic of concepts of reality.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things.
Oh, he's not gonna
Things
give
like
me
this hostel
any
room,
niceness.
or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
But what if I don't have it?
Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. I'm sorry. I don't think cops can take bribes.
Some do take recompense, but only to survive.
For survival, to pay me. Unless you want to become a hobo.
Maybe.
Do you want to become a hobo?
Maybe.
There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez, and it's a cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a while longer.
Hey, Tim. Apparently, I didn't even realize that was the choice that I made. But yes, that is the choice that I made. I was told
If
there
you
were
run out
no
of
wrong
money,
answers.
you die. It's like that for all of us. Me too. That's why
Did I
need
need
you
empathy?
to pay me. I'm not an asshole.
What if I don't have
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
Isn't there somewhere else that I can stay around here? I don't have a home. I don't remember where my home is. This place. I'll take my chances on the streets. I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Good luck.
Clearly, you don't really
By the
mean that.
way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. In time or space?
Both.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I trace my way back somehow to the exact street, the exact number on a building. I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. everything. Hobo cop!
Entertain
Yeah!
the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
Maybe being a hobo and a cop.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already? An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
I've been secretly thinking about this all the time. Actually, should I be thinking about this? Looks like drinking hasn't turned out well for me. Now that you mention it, I do need rum and lemonade. I'd love for Garte to serve me up a beverage.
Maybe you haven't turned out well for your drinking. Have you thought about that? Get a goddamn rum and lemonade to yourself, boy. Or better yet, lick that stain off the counter.
Okay, but only a little.
Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking
Quesadillas,
the
yummy.
tasty rum stain off the counter, but only a little, then out of the window again.
What are you doing?
Investigating.
We should move.
You could definitely go for some more. The titillating scent of alcohol in your nostrils was beautiful.
I'm just being creative, Kim. A cop and a hope. Wait, what does that do? Temporary research bonus. Okay. We will research being a cop. We will think about being a cop and a hobo. I don't know what it does for us to think about being a cop and a hobo, but a heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow. Oh, we should go to that car. Street reads, "Fuck the police." Is this his car?
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. A scent of leatherwork and heavy fuel oils washes over you. The frequency tableau lights up, and a green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Under the green Prime Line, a yellow saved button catches your eye. You wonder what the lieutenant's default radio station is.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over. 10-4. What's your status? Over. 10-18. 10-20. Over.
Please, just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing.
State your message, sir. Over. 10-9. Repeat message. Over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's
10-4.
gone.
Message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
1022, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him?
What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Come on, operator. Tell them to stop. Serious, haha. Officer has a lost badge, haha. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge.
He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Dickmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator. Tell them to stop. We just move on. I wanted to get it reported and be done with it.
10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
That's Hobocop to you?
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could y'all please stop saying he lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Person wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Oh no, should we say nothing? Or lie? It cannot be retried.
Lying?
Hell yeah.
Over the phone? It's easy. Just say it like it's the truth. And then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my
He
gun.
says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. You need further
I
assistance.
actually lost my gun too.
Over.
Why would we tell the truth after we just lied? I'm in dire need of financial assistance. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss.
Okay, 10-4, sir. I hear you. Relay your question. Over.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
To know if you got my badge's description right in your... Read it to me, name, rank, date.
What? What is it? He's still on the line?
He wants to verify the information on his badge.
But of course, it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacholian Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over.
If I ever told my life...
10. Excuse me, sir.
I
Over.
just thought you might have heard about it. That's all.
No, sir, I haven't. You're not really keen on mentioning your home life, so I've always assumed things weren't that good on that front. Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it? What can he possibly still want from us?
He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name.
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive. That's new.
I don't have emotions.
Wrap it up.
We already
Don't
determined
indulge
this.
in his drunken antics.
Understood, sir. Over. 10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking kidding?
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Maybe.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over. Anything else, sir? Over. Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Pull out the toolbox.
A metallic drawer slides out
Hey
from under
Tris,
the
what's
seat
up?
and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
Do we only get to take one with us? What do we want? Chain cutter? I ain't destroying nothing.
The handles are long and
Dreams.
sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand.
My own dreams.
You can do good work with these. Cut chains, locks,
I did destroy
and
a
ropes,
window.
especially belts.
I'm kind of destroying my
It's
reputation if I even
robust,
ever had one.
weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand, heavier than you'd think.
Got a weapon now.
Cold and heavy, like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest.
Fingers, we're not doing
Preheater
that.
gauge
Tap the
casts a
fuel
warm glow
preheater
on the
gauge.
steering levers, and the radio on its hook.
I'm not gonna mess with the rest. I already took all of his things. I'm not gonna mess with the rest of his car and accidentally drive it into something. I could see that happening. Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Closed for winter. Please use the main entrance. Jump Jams, a popular musique mag. A glossy magazine, most able-bodied men, the issue hosts a top 10 list. Oh no, they are much hunkier than you.
Welcome to Revachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Give Lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. And hey, Rainer, what's up?
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness.
Whatever you say, officers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with the coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
Oh, so you're just a racist? It makes sense, to be honest. I really can't remember what that means. Please explain. On second thought, let's talk about something else.
I'm not the only one. Look, I've read books. The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
What's cultural?
It's what the kips of Boogie Street are going for, right under our noses. And the others too, on the radio. Heard any chansons lately? Heard any mojitos or leader? No. Dominating culture is how they plan to win. They say so themselves. It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring. Don't push your luck, Runt.
Alright, you should be answering my questions, sir. I am a cop. I have a gun. Goods for the lorry haphazardly littered surroundings. I'm also a sub-race, it's fine.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
I am the law!
From another planet. Hey there, you sure are, my man.
Yeah.
It's the jam, my man.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You could almost taste it.
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
So how long you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Extravagant phrase, but I can roll with it. I don't quite understand what you just said. Could you say that again?
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already. So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for working stiff? Tell me more about this strike. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging in the tree behind the hostel there?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. Nothing. I'm just messing with you, man. Don't mind my idle verbosity. Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
They who? Makes sense. First work, then pay. I don't know who these bosses think they are, but it sounds like a good arrangement for them. Let's start a strike.
Makes sense. It sucks is what it does. It's like, whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
Maybe I should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother. Okay, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
What's the union
Maybe you
demanding?
should. Cops don't get paid much.
No, that's
The
not what I
RCM
meant
is
to
a
do.
self-managing organization that operates on donations. Yes, but do...
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like, a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company
They want to
wants?
keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching. Anything else?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this
Abigail.
ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one. He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
I've always wanted a friend in the underworld.
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grodd and the Occident. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Loran Bird somehow. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise.
That's fair.
The bosses won't be happy.
I was
The
walking around
man
naked
taps
earlier,
his
so I had
fingers
to ask.
rhythmically against his arm.
You may retry it. I have to raise that skill.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
It just said failed. My man, I want to know about your soul. Spill the beans. What's troubling you?
You really are the law, aren't you? I get that being bluntly observant and inquisitive comes with the territory, but it certainly doesn't help with your conversational skills, does it?
No, it does not.
Just like that, he slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help.
Probably.
Don't be a stranger.
But he still said don't be a stranger and saluted us. So, there is that. A bold slogan, Human Ox covers the truck. Ruins full of snow. No one lives here anymore. What do we have in here? Suggestion is -1. Savior fare. Sneak under their noses, stun with immense panache. I guess. we're still doing that. Oh yeah, tab to look at things. You're right. Thank you. Oh, a shirt. Ooh, monies. I'm not stealing now, am I?
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III,
Felipe.
the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippian kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane." As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer." As you look up, you notice something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it. Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution, but the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement? Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings. What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you, the king stands triumphantly oblivious to your memory trouble.
What skills and encyclopedia?
The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait. She's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone. Why? I just told you why.
Okay. Look, I'm a little drunk, okay? I can't always. Is that money on the ground? Hello? A foreign car kept in good condition. Hello, money. I feel like I should go and look for that body. We're getting pretty far away from that body that I told Kim we would go and not ignore anymore. Hey, Andy. What's up? I feel like he may get mad at me if I don't. There's garbage. Superstar hobo. Hey. Borrowing. I am gonna... Let me change this setting really quick on Disco Elysium so it doesn't keep opening overlay, because I don't want it to open overlay. We'll come back and talk to you later, lady. Bottles inside. You pick them up.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all...
We'll come back to this. Going in for the body. Let's go. Maybe. Is the body back here? There it is.
This trash container is locked.
rocks at the...
The sliding lid has a padlock that says, whirling in rags.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash
Just
container.
a trash container. There is no such thing. Your fingers start to itch just looking at that padlock.
How do we get
We
the
could
lock
try
open?
using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Well, we can't get that open. So we'll go ask the manager for the key. Letter R. Where's the crown? On the ribbon says a light above descending. Okay, kid, stop it. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy.
Kuno's got this.
If there ever was such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness.
Almost
like a gremlin.
exquisite in his ugliness.
Oh yeah, nappa gumpy, Kuno!
Kuno, more like... Kuto. Got him! Okay, we're in police business. A moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Yes, for it.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous, you should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy
I mean
what now?
drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno, ride the lightning, Kuno!
Kuno's riding it, see?
The rake, Kuno! You should throw the rake at him, dude!
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces. You will see.
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno! He says we're fucking each other!
That is not what siblings mean. Unless it's Game of Thrones.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
Fast. This kid has got street smarts.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show.
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast.
Body, what do you know about it? Crime scene. Kid, you kids often in this yard.
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig.
Someone might have stashed something in there. Maybe there's even a leak. Okay.
Of course you do, fuckface. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't
Rude.
give a shit.
Rude.
Shitload, pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno!
This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop.
Do you know who he was? How did he get up there?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows all kinds of shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. Trying to make the Kuno sing into the popo phone. Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Punch him.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
I feel like Kuno
You
could
ain't
use some
Kuno.
police brutality.
Kuno
I'm
wasn't
just
even
saying.
in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional. I don't know. Some fucking Mesk or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
No, it's discipline cop. Hello?
Yeah. Kuno didn't
Proper
smoke him if that's what
discipline
you
cop?
mean. You're testing Kuno's patience here.
Get lost,
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Yeah, think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before.
Yeah? Get out of here before the Kuno beats
I
the
told you.
shit.
Yeah,
He needs
that's
some
right.
police
Drag your
patrol.
fat ass out of here, fat boy, before Kuno fucks you.
Got bugged by the Kuno.
Kuno, I think you can go into garbage where you belong.
The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes.
How do
The
we take
face around
emotional
them
damage
does
when
not
we
look
have no
human.
emotions?
It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow Kuno.
You may retry it. Probably not worth trying.
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one...
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow Kuno.
Yeah, he said I have to. Okay. Welcome back, Monty.
This trash
I think failing
container
the check
is
is
locked.
necessary.
The
That's
sliding
still
lid
super
has a
weak.
padlock that says, "Whirling in rags."
We'll try it,
Force
but I
time
don't.
isn't. What is this? Your triceps ache for the metal to bend, but it resists. This calls for a potent curse to help break its resistance. Utter the power words.
Utter the power words? The fuck kind of metal is this?
There's a creaking sound as the pry bar slips under the lid. You hang from it like a moron, huffing and puffing.
Yeah,
Clearly
Monty.
the technique is wrong, but nothing else comes to mind.
Ow!
Unsatisfying, hurtful. You hear a ringing sound, but not full of itself. Content, happy you failed. This snickering trash container is having a grand old time.
The quality of metal is not the problem. From what I see, it's sturdy enough. Let's ask the manager for the key.
There he still is, looking. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within.
I mean, we did wake up very drunk. This is just adultism.
Too late. It's
Who knows?
impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst. Until a pool of vomit lies under your feet.
And we should have tried to
and
cross
your
over to
throat
Kuno and
stings from the
vomited on
stomach
him.
acid. The smell of Commodore Red rises from the pool. Among it, distilled spirit and bits of shish kebab.
It's okay. Happens to everyone. Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head. There is Frit nearby, east of the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't... There's a greenhouse here, and a gardener with a wheelbarrow on the corner of the whirling in rags.
Now,
If
Kuno
she
needs
works
to
here,
get
she might
kicked in
have
the
something for the
face.
smell.
Stumped into the
Acquiring
mud.
ammonia will provide a modifier to the white check. Modifiers make checks easier and allow you to retry them.
I see. Ah, footprints.
There are several footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked.
That kid that's right there.
What do you think you are? A super detective?
He didn't want us asking him any questions, got mad at us when we asked him questions, and then he and his buddy were screaming that we were trying to molest him. Until we took emotional damage.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old shack. Because it's nice and orderly.
I assume we can't get back there until we get into that room. I just kid things, sure.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Silence. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. Silence. Silence. You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone has picked up the receiver, but you can almost hear them breathe.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's a woman, and she knows you. Your heart beats faster. She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Michelle, just please.
Sounds like a ghost. Wind blows through your clothes and you feel detached from your surroundings. Inside the building, a cold memory hangs.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care. Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally meet again.
She sounds like she's about to cry. The cold is deep under your skin, as if you were talking to someone who's 100 years away. Somewhere inside the building, water is flooding the cellar floor. She doesn't answer.
Larry's still there.
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it, you don't have to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me. What just happened? Bye then. Goodbye then.
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the...
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates the call. 12 name cards on the call box read. Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The doorbell doesn't work anymore. You wait for a minute or two. You ring the doorbell, but nothing. All you hear is static. But you ring the doorbell, but no one answers. What an ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair. Just seeing the words Andro Orlando gets your hackles up. Its very existence is a threat to your masculinity, to say nothing of your hair. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell. Then a woman picks up the receiver.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid games.
She thinks you're the gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Pardon? This is not Kuno. Who is this?
Don't answer the question.
Please just stop calling here. I don't have time to deal with this. Thank you.
A single beep indicates that the line has gone dead.
It's called persuasive tactics. Do I need to take that off? Is it a bad thing if I run around with that out? There's a child
This
over there.
post lavatorie met a faint sticker on the side reads, RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102, with a slogan, Mankind, be vigilant.
There we go, it got its pets.
The box seems happy.
The pup
Eat
seems
shit
happy.
pig, fucked by the coon, and St. G with a crown have been scribbled on it. Jenny is a whore, and best set mailbox also. The mail collection box seems cathartic, thankful even. So do you. You shut, and then suddenly you see it. Over all the other graffitos, someone has, using the tip of a very sharp knife, cut the words, Revachon forever.
Heck yeah! It's a bookstore. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of... Is it a...
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your
My
name?
name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance.
There's
She
that
owns
guy in the
store.
tree.
She's inside minding the register or organising the stock. Feel free to step in and browse our wares.
I'm just standing out here in the cold.
I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
I should have a word with the store owner, maybe? Such a good trooper you are, already learning the value of hard work. I could help by brutally dismantling the free market.
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store. I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mum keep this place running. School? Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity.
The gale wind blows in from the coast, a wind of needles. It wraps itself around a building of brick and mortar. Somewhere, a clamour rings through the honeycomb of classrooms. Remorse, the parquet of assembly halls, the rows of stall bars are growing cold. The corridors stand empty. A girl's voice somehow finds its way through this strange feeling. You haven't heard a word of what she's been saying these past few moments. You only hear...
Mum says it's necessary to do both because it builds character. Mum says a proper worker is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed.
There is stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette.
How's this business doing?
Mum says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being cursed. Cursed in the
what
way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... Well, they run out of money and have to stop doing business.
I don't think curses are real. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look.
We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here.
Yes. Please do also look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games are there, sir.
What do you know?
It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather.
But Kim, the plasmic
No such thing.
manifestations.
Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? Nothing really, sir. Mum doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. I don't really know what's there.
Dead
Maybe
people.
I can tell you about some of our books instead. Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
Okay, I get it. Crime, murder gets the people.
And it's kind of like a puzzle too. You can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him.
I'm a policeman myself.
You don't
by the
look
way.
much like a policeman.
Well, what does a cop look like?
Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen.
I used to be exactly like the Mullen guy. Then I decided to live a little. You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in the picture. It's not the body that's important. Wow, look at that guy. I'll never be as good as Mullen.
What's that mean?
Cut loose.
And everything's better now, sir?
I don't know.
Why is that?
A hideous beast of failure of a cup, a disgrace. A man can never be truly happy with who he is. You'll understand.
Oh, okay. I shouldn't have said that thing about Dick Mullen.
You know, nobody actually looks like the guy in those pictures. This is just stupid fantasy of a man.
Head, yes.
No, your resilience. No, your mind. Not head, child. Heads.
Flexibility, grit, quicksilver mind. Total disregard for personal safety. You gotta take the pain. There are millions of different people out there, and you have to get into their head. Sometimes you gotta be the killer to catch a killer. This guy, this Mullen guy, looks like he needs 4 hours just to come up with a single idea.
Isn't that very dangerous?
Policeman, men live and breathe danger. Little girl Mullen obviously lacks.
Unlike you, sir. He's just a fictional character. He's no
chameleonic
match
skill.
for you. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. Like in the books. It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir.
What about when both men are bad? I mean, then they just character assassinate the one and then say the other one is good. With trauma. They just feed one of them trauma. What about when everyone is poor? What about the book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all?
It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process. Or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. Those are unhappy books, for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end. These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man. Yes, that would be interesting. That's really not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life.
Yeah, poor people are boring.
I guess, yes. People in books are always very interesting, especially the romance people. I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mum.
Yeah, I think she has one about an excruciatingly painful
Mhm.
breakup.
I'm sure she can help out. Maybe some about other books. Oh,
What
kings
is
and
famous
queens
people?
and generals of
Don't do it.
old, or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame.
Seems like most people who read those books fail to get more famous from reading them.
Alright.
But it does make the famous people more famous.
Famous for vain people. I have better things to do. These famous people sound like a bunch of dwarfs.
Okay, sir.
Stop calling me sir, but I am a working
No,
man.
sir, I can't. It would be too tiring to refrain from it. It's already tiring enough to remember to say it all the time. It's nice of you to say I could stop, though.
Sir it is.
By your command.
Right, Let's see. Do we win?
You fail to deduce anything substantial. She waits intently.
I deduce that you are a girl. Yes.
Come on, anyone would notice that.
It is how it is. Level up. Can I apply stuff to something? No, I can't. Oh, what did I just do? I just put that on. That's what just happened. Dang it. So I have to select something and then hit level up. Is that how that works? Okay. Well, we'll know next time. This book, you don't really understand what it is, nor that it's important. Apparently drama is all the way. It promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about the future. The government reads your mind using a radio technology. Look, we're gonna get so good at understanding liars. Gift books and molten candy.
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Oh, Man from Hyundai. A very popular series of adventure novels. They're awfully immoral and violent books.
A little more? Last time I talked to you, were at 10,000. You wrote 5,000 more words?
Blood and violence, scantily clad women, epic narratives, all those mystical things he encounters. They're bound to grab those with little imagination and nothing to do.
Sounds good. What should I start with?
What does it matter?
That's
They're
insane.
all the same. However, the customer is always right, they say. If you're a novice of the series, I'd recommend Hyundalaman, the Man from Hyundal. It's supposed to be a good introduction to the series.
I don't know if I don't have monies.
Rows and rows of Hyundalamen blur your vision. You make out some titles. Man from Hyundal and the Mammoth Riders. Man from Hyundal, Return to Hyundal. And the solipsistic Man from Hyundal and the Hyundal Man.
How many of them?
Maybe 100. Man from Hyundal and the sages at the end of the world. Man from Hyundal and the false god. Man from Hyundal and the scorched earth. Man from Hyundal, the Hyundal colonies. Man from Hyundal and the swamp beast. Man from Hyundal and the snow
Oh no,
crabs.
it's Planet Barbarians.
Those snow crabs are worse than they sound. The display rack before you is burdened under piles of Man from Hyundal novels. Nothing of interest. Only
Old sports magazines.
a small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Wirral.
Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelagos of Insulinda, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Graubritter is a fun game of economic competition, but can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children.
Yes, kids, friends, chicks, I have all of those.
Then you're a lucky man, officer. Children are the greatest of treasures. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suzerainty. It's a civilization building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 12 real. Lousy auras there. No, role-playing games are popular among those types. You know, who are into those kind of things. Personally, I don't like it. Not at all. I've heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. That they have rituals where they try to summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though.
An endless variety of source books, law books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is titled Welkin Compendium. Second, there's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art, The Hunters of Katsuo, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Wirral. Cap books in a board game section? Who wants to read books? A towering mountain of colorful books.
I considered. Hope I still have time. We are still considering HoboCop.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance. Be welcome, and please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
Before we go on, you give me some money?
Sir, don't be ridiculous. I certainly will not give you money. I would be doing you a grave psychic disfavor. One has to earn one's success, even if one is a police officer. Handouts are nothing but manipulation. All they do is make you dependent.
Son, you got destroyed there. What an idiot you are.
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
What if I wanted to buy a book? Girl outside mentioned that this place is cursed.
Cursed? Who said that? Annette? I will have a word with her. This place is not cursed. It has a robustly magnetic energy. Good for commercial activity. My business is
not
thriving,
wrecked,
sir.
thank you.
Annette, yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Wonderful! Did you talk to her? Great! On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? My precious, her dedication brings joy to my heart. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette.
She's great value added. I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor.
As a young girl should be, with the proper attitude, she'll have a bright financial future.
The woman before you scans the store, her shoulders rigid and tense.
But can I go through this?
Wow, you work hard. Oh, yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do.
Oh, yeah, like a horse, a workhorse.
I'm a superstar.
For hard work. Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
Well, you know.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up.
I'll fucking ride till I
The world
die,
is harsh,
bitch.
and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride. That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
I guess I've made some gills.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
Yes.
Get out of here. You're a pauper. You work harder than anyone. Almost
True
rode
facts.
yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
There's a market for corrupt cops out there. Fucking taxes.
That's right. 100%. Fucking G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket.
We learned this
Stealing
from Metal
from you
Apocalypse.
every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze. Every
Really,
time
every time
you
I
wipe
sneeze?
your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here. Total tax duties add up to 98% of all your money.
I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number. This isn't helping solve my money problem. It's only making me into a free market type.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth.
We're gonna become an anarchist
on the tax issue.
Internalize. -2 empathy while researching.
You see a set of tattered curtains blocking the way to another room. A strange cage-like trinket dangles from the curtains.
It's nothing. Now please go back to browsing the books. Don't you feel compelled to look at the books? The books are all you care about.
She speaks almost as if she's trying to put a spell on you, urging you to buy more books. Oddly enough, the more she tries to draw you away from the curtains, the more alluring they become. You see some kind of charm, an irregular polyhedron assembled from bones, sticks, and straw. Inside, a disturbing fish head with empty eye sockets stares at you. Aside from poking at it suspiciously, there is nothing else to do with the fish head charm at this time. The curtains remain shut. Just as you're about to pull apart the curtains, the petrified voice of the shop owner cries out once more.
Hell yeah. This
Sir,
is the
don't
perfect
touch
time
that.
to go through the curtains. I have
limits
less
for the
empathy.
customers. Parapsychologically speaking, we're done if you decide to open them. I won't be held responsible for the consequences. It's too dangerous.
She looks away, mumbling. Why is everyone always messing with the curtains? Why can't they just buy books like normal people?
I don't care, you can't stop me!
Why? It's not like anyone was killed there. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so impolite. Just please don't go there. I can't allow that. You'll only make things worse and unleash the powers.
The curtains do seem frail suddenly, not robust enough to contain a slippery darkness.
No, it's just a storeroom for the employees, I told you. Now please step away from the curtains. No! Please just talk to me, officer. Come here and let's talk this through before you decide to do anything extreme.
Lies. Rip them open, we say. The curtains, tattered with age and covered in dust, hang
Rip them
before
apart
you,
for real this
as
time.
You see a dimly lit room full of dusty furniture and trash. A doorway stands in the back, covered in dozens of scary little cage-like trinkets, your shadow looming over it like an omen.
I warned you, you're unleashing forces beyond your understanding.
I mean, we may be making mistakes. I don't know. Ghostly silhouette of hairdryers. The demons are now unleashed. Why would you do this to me? It took you so long to do this? Why did it take you so long to do this? Am I making mistakes here?
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not hundreds, of little oddly shaped trinkets and charms. It appears to be locked. What if you just break it down?
Maybe I should break it down, but not before I strategize.
Only an echo. No one is there. A hollowed out, dark echo.
I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know what the options are in this game. Release the demons and go and kill Kuno? Is that what I'm hearing? I'm meaning the key.
Can I help you?
That trash can be
Mine?
yours.
No, it belongs to the whirling in rags.
Thank you for clearing that up. Why do you keep the container locked?
Why? To keep the hobos and drunks out. That's why. And the neighbors too. They put their trash there and they don't pay for the garbage company.
I thought as much. And are you the only party with access to the trash container?
Well, yes. Us and the garbage disposal company.
It seems a little callous, doesn't it? Something stirs in you. Prod at him and find out.
What if I told you that I am a hobo and soon to be one, rummaging through that trash? Will you keep me out too? Doesn't it seem callous to you, guarding even your leftovers from the poor? We need those keys.
What do you need them for?
It concerns the case. Please cooperate.
Just bring them back once you're done, please.
So about the money that I owe, I have like $2. I've seen something here at the Whirling Garte, a thing I need to talk about.
What thing?
I saw a sign that said the mess hall is reserved for the Union. I couldn't go into the kitchen.
Yes, not the whole damn Union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers. They place big orders and always pay on time.
Sam!
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Lord, we don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the Whirling later.
We'll go to the garbage. You know, I picked 0 empathy because I was trying to meme being a robot, thank you very much.
This
Not
trash
actually trying to
container is
murder
locked.
anybody.
With a well-oiled crack, the lock pops open. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't. Of course you should. This is your time to shine, Hobo Cop. Dive into that dumpster
Hobo
for
Cop.
extra content. The smell of
Hell
rotten
yeah.
food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Search the food waste, dig in hobo style for
Wow,
extra content.
an Armistice caliber 50 knock cannon, half wrapped in paper tissues. So shiny. Never mind. Look at that fat string of archipelagon pearls snaking amidst the banana peels. And is that Cordon Electric's preamp with Electra F2 tubes? It is. That catches quite a price. We're talking 12,000. Easy. Unless, no you won't. Because none of those things are real. They're not actually in there. All you see is food waste and crisp wrappings. All you see is a broken mug with a racist depiction of the yellow man frolicking in saffron.
You've acquired an interactable item. Investigate this item further by going to the Interact tab in your inventory.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too, a white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye. A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. Just garbage.
All right. We should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force. Not really. All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and
Didn't he
his
just say he would
establishment has
advise
the key.
against talking
It's
to
just
Kuno?
a small loose thread.
The fuck's he on about? Kids? You hear that, Kuno? He thinks you're an infant or something.
See? The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container. You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. You've done this before. The movements are recorded in your elbows, the methodology in your fingers. You're used to this. No, searching for evidence in the trash. Good practice for dumpster diving. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below, and turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however. It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But what's this? A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork? It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
I must have been ramping my salad. Has a foreboding quality to it. Maybe I needed to lose it for the great bloodletting to begin. I think I didn't want to be a cop anymore, so I threw it away. Someone from the whirling threw it in the trash. I don't know, I'm boring.
Boring. Try dangerous. You should do a thorough inventory of that. Be sure some has not fallen into the hands of the RCM's enemies, organized crime or worse. Official notes sometimes contain informants' names, even undercover operatives. It would also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Now, tell me what your eagle eyes see. Or are we finished?
Some items, such as the ledger you found, are interactable. Go to your inventory and select the
The container sounds a muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list.
Look at all these things. Sing karaoke still. Who put the clothes in the trash? Find out who is the union box. Track down your gun, track down your badge. Find booze. Pay for damages. Who made the call? Reporting the crime. Inspect the victim's body. I have to go get ammonia. I thought I found my shoe. One conceptualizing, -1 suggestion.
It's just a racist mug. What's there to read here?
Quite a lot to
Not
read
much.
here, actually. Look at all the
Oh
content.
boy, here we go. What are you going to say about a broken, tossed-away mug that you dug out of the garbage?
From every merchant I find and tell them this. This is your inane ideology. The mug will be useful. By denouncing it, I can earn political capital to mask my badass hustling.
If you want to earn some change by guilting people, go for it. But if you want to earn real dough, finish the case and start getting paid again.
No, we're gonna grift. Have you not seen how much money you can make
It's
by
the ledger you
grifting?
found in the trash.
No,
A
it's
pitiful
grift
cabbage
cop.
of white and yellow papers
Get it
hanging
right.
from plastic board, barely held together by a metal clip. This sad display is made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner. There's a piece of toilet paper, or is it cleaning tissue? No, it's toilet paper, desperately sticking to the back of the blue plastic clipboard. It's a metaphor for you.
I don't think so, but you know.
It's made of dark blue plastic, hard enough to beat someone to submission with. The edges are rounded, however. The U4 size board feels thick and heavy in your hand. Light shimmers on its wet surface. On the back you see the embossed letters, RCM. Something rattles inside, ever so lightly. Is there a hidden compartment and something small inside? Light,
my gun,
made of paper or cardboard, or dried flowers perhaps. The plastic shimmers like lapis lazuli, but it is not see-through. You cannot see to its center with your hands. U4-sized pages hang from the clip screwed to the top of the board.
Hey,
the two sides of
success,
the board appear
finally.
slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just, without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. 2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
What is option
2
3?
octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too. Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers, floral patterns, patches of glue. It smells of chewing gum. A touch of cinnamon, the end of summer. You think familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile, you think. Although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you happy. Your hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you. You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it. Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark.
Did we just faint?
Small white dots appear. You feel the ledger slip from your hand. No, hold on. To what? There's nothing.
Detective, is everything all right?
We just passed out. Reading that letter. Did we just die? Did we just die of sadness? Nobody said to stop reading the letter.
There is nothing. Again. Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Is that actually an ending?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me. Is it? The world is gone. You are no longer reacting to outward stimuli.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I'm
still-
confused. I have no idea what that would make him
Yet a
faint.
caustic sense of loss remains. Even in the darkness, great sorrows slip in the water.
The cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow. Because it's always there.
Tell him. Tell him.
Ah, yes. In the olfactory system, they call it the apricot chewing gum scented one. It's unhealthy of them to linger on it so.
Was it because I
But as
smelled
they
the letter and
say,
the letter was poisoned?
What do you do? It didn't smell nice. It smelled like betrayal.
Bloated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape, its lack of beauty was not the problem.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you. And
It's delicious. Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness. In the upholstered cabin
Where
of
am I?
Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself, as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes.
Are you telling me you've
The
never done
darkness
that before,
parts.
Abigail?
Drink. You haven't drunk water in 2 days. Did you know the human body is not made to survive on alcohol alone? You need a secondary form of hydration.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat.
Did we
The
just
lieutenant
dehydrate?
pays no heed to it.
What happened?
I came in contact with the burnt out ruins of the past, Lieutenant. I was dehydrated. It won't happen again.
You were reading your paperwork. Then you passed out. I carried you to my kinema to take you to a hospital. Then you came to. 10 minutes, maybe. Right. You dropped these. Are you okay to proceed? Good.
We're an adult.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses. Find it under the Tools tab in your
For
inventory.
skill bonuses? What does that mean? -2 authority. +1 empathy and inland empire. I don't know what that means. We are already pretty negative. Freaking... Did we finish these? No, we have not. Hobo Cop is almost done. Wait, did I already say that's a -2 authority? Oh, we're not gonna do that for authority. You found a character who bounces well off Marky?
There they both are. Two identical shoes. both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
We'll have to tell you in the chat because they keep talking, or in the Discord because they keep talking, so I can't really get into them.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are. Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now.
But mine are a pair of twins, a brother-sister. I don't know a whole ton about them other than they are con artists. His name is Aces, her name is Billy. She's a selective mute because something bad happened when they were children, so when she made a sound, and so she stopped talking as a child. And now she talks again, but she only talks when she trusts you or if it's just her and her brother. Tire tracks leading onto the roof. The slush and rain were almost washed off. Yeah, their names are actually Annabelle and Mordecai. Billy is a nickname from their dad.
Doesn't need to be
who is an outlaw named William. Thank you.
I'll be with you in a moment, officer. Let me just finish my sandwich. Talk to Angry Hog René first.
What is that?
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, all right?
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
These manly men are playing balls. This is a ball game. Grab a ball and play it. That's the spirit. Don't even waste your breath asking about the game. They wouldn't know anyway. They're way past their prime. You are immediately surprised by the ball's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work. God, this is right. You feel the familiar tremble of excitement
the ball.
and adrenaline that precedes every victory. Time has frozen.
The ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity.
We are a single entity.
The man ball is ready.
The freaking man ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck.
The man ball
it has
is ready.
a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already, your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and...
Merde! Bordel de merde! What the hell is your problem?
Well, I'm a little too strong.
I don't care if you are a cop. You do not just ruin someone's game. It's so goddamn disrespectful.
A man his age getting worked up like that? Better watch that blood pressure.
You vandalized our game, son. We can't play pétanque with 5 bull.
For tank?
No, we are not good, goddammit. We want... Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done. Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You are as a goddamn bull. Good. Mistakes are forgiven when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now, why did you approach us? Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
You don't have a problem with
Cop
cops?
is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know
If I
anything?
knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Ah, yes! King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was. Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
Cocaine? Cocainum? Sounds like our kind of king. And just imagine what kind of cocaine a king would have had.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Should the king rule? Was that about cocaine?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood. Revachol would be a different place if more people realized that. We could still... Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
The carabinier doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
Right.
Can I just go get the ball? No. The coin-operated viewer has banged up. The ad reads, broken window, Tibbs has windows.
This coin-operated viewer is facing southwest. Its coin slot is full of fossilized bubblegum. The metal feels cold and wet under your palm. It looks unhygienic.
I feel like that will do us some emotional damage if we touch it. And a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them. Well, I'm pretty sure I saw a bag down here. You hear a distant squall. Heck yeah! That's splatter of bullets. Yo, Nightmare, what's up? I actually bought this game a while ago and it was on sale, and then Abigail was like, you should play it, and so I was like, well, since I have the blessing of the of somebody, then I will do that. Oh my goodness, they do enormous vowels. Garbage. Bird. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. We have fortunately, I have no idea if it was a good decision or not, made a psychopath. I don't know why. It's just how we do.
Hey, up here, piggo.
Who is calling me?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Impossible. Have we... Oh, replace the ball. Reaction speed +1. Up for the bum hat, but rhetoric -1. We haven't determined a Hobocop yet. Just a closed door, but it looks suspicious. Another splattering of bullet holes.
The spread pattern of these bullet holes makes your chest ache. Your breath grows heavier. You peer into the faded marks in the stone. They peer back like an endless row of tiny black holes. Sweat starts trickling down your brow. Your chest feels tight looking at them. It's closing in, caving in, ever tighter. Your breathing grows even heavier.
You okay there? Might be the after effects of your past escapades. What are you looking at? Remnants from the revolution. These are over half a century old.
Oh, so there's no crime happened here?
Perhaps a crime of a sort ages ago. But no, these do not warrant an investigation.
Okay, but what can you tell me about the revolution?
Not much. I don't have a fresh perspective on it.
Who is that? Hello?
It's been a weekend now.
You see a young man on a balcony nursing a cigarette. He's
not looking for any trouble, officer.
It's the voice of someone who has something to hide, my liege.
You missed him? No trouble for me, I just wanted to know what's going on. Too late, young man, trouble's found you.
I don't want to be seen talking to the gendarmerie, if that's okay. I just want to finish my cigarette.
It's the god of cigarettes and youth. Ask him if he's got anything to spare. Don't let him go. This could be your witness. The balcony has a great view of the whole thing.
Hold on. Can I at least have a cigarette?
Is it really that important?
Like a nervous cat, he keeps stealing looks at the neighboring windows.
All right, but make it quick. Once I finish this cigarette, I have to run.
It looks like you've got a good view of the Whirling's backyard. Can you tell me anything about the hanging?
I'd even go so far as to say that the view is a little too good, my dear gendarme. Do you have an estimate of when the body will be taken away?
We will remove the body as soon as possible. Now tell us, where were you last Sunday?
Oh. You already asked me that, didn't you? No, not you. Some more muscular type.
And when did you speak to this more muscular gentleman?
Last week? I don't know. Look.
He's an actor declaiming a soliloquy. See how you hang on his every word.
You didn't answer the question. What were you doing last Sunday?
I had a friend over. It was
Kind
my
of
Sunday friend.
A Sunday friend? How intriguing.
What's your friend's real name? Did he say anything? Did he
He
say something?
doesn't reply, gesturing no with his cigarette. In the neighboring windows, you can see faint reflections of his silhouette, all from different angles. Someone hides behind a curtain. Those windows have eyes, and those eyes are watching, spying on you three.
Can you tell me
My name? My name is Martin Martinez.
Martin Martinez? Good local name. Let's go with that.
No. We won't. Now, if you'll excuse me, I really need to get going.
This isn't the place or time for questions. Who knows who might be watching from the distance, hidden behind the curtains?
Hey, listen, I'm just trying to make things okay again. Can we meet up again somewhere?
For a moment, the man on the balcony seems almost vulnerable. Something moves in the depths of his feline eyes. Compassion and a hint of understanding.
I am sorry, but I really don't have the information you're looking for.
But, hold on. What's that? For a split second, his hand lingers, as though gesturing towards a stone placed right next to the front door. It's a sign.
Good luck with the investigation.
He's gone. No point in running. Tenements like these often have multiple exits. If he doesn't want to talk to us, then he'll know how to hide himself.
We just give up? You're probably right. He probably didn't have anything important to say.
He could be a witness. Him or his Sunday friend. Either way, we need to look into that muscular type who's asking about our... He did leave us a sign. Did you see that? He wanted to draw our attention to that stone right over there. If we find a way inside the building, we can ask around for his apartment.
Hey, there's a penis on that door.
There must be another way into the building.
Oh, he is suddenly so loud. I don't know why that happened. Our guy just yelled in my ear.
A stone, like any other, lying in a whirl of sleet and mud. There's a key beneath it, rusty from the dirt.
This must be for the front door. Pity he doesn't have the apartment number on it. This
Kim
building has many
ASMR.
apartments, and the man can be in any of them. We'll just have to go in and see.
Eviction notices and missing pets. Flip up glasses. The box is filled with cleaning chemicals. An old shoe rack, boots, and sneakers. Moss is growing on the walls. These shower curtains are covered in some sort of slime. Money! Item key. Alcohol. $93%. Oh, should I be picking these more specifically instead of just like whatever? Are there limits? Are there limits on this? I don't know what any of these do. I think we'll come back out here in a second. Not curtains shift a little. We'll be right back. Someone has drawn a 5-pointed star.
That isn't just a 5-pointed star. It's an inverted white pentagram cradled in a wreath of antlers.
They're
the
communists around
iconography
here.
of communism, in other words. The star and antlers was developed in the 6th decade of the last century and quickly adopted by Mazov and the communards during the revolution. Even today, half a century after, the star and antlers retains the ability to evoke hope, disappointment, and fear in equal measure.
Why is the star
To
upside down?
symbolize the toppling of the old order. Also, some social democrats were already using it.
What's the deal with the
The
antlers?
wreath of antlers represents a natural crown. It was about building a society that could exist in accord with the natural world, and at the same time above it.
Why white?
Because white is the color of peace.
What does it evoke?
Smug superiority, aesthetic musings. The triumph of capital is undeniable. But maybe the guns were sort of cool. Revolutionaries had loads of guns.
Money!
This door has been closed with a padlock. A chalk-drawn number on the board says, number 11. No reply. It's a solid lump of metal, but the shackle is deeply corroded. A solid pair of chain cutters would make short work of it. Better whip out those cutters. You won't get very far otherwise. This door has been closed with a padlock. The chalk drawn, the shackle snaps like a twig, and the lock falls to the floor with a little thud.
After you, detective.
Flamboyant poster of a white star, real lithography. Photos of revolutionary postings with guns. Books of critical theory of the monstrosities of capital and such.
A plaster cast bust depicts a middle-aged man with impressive sideburns. The name on the plinth reads, Kraz Mazov.
Why does this tenant have a bust of Kraz Mazov in their
The
bedroom?
white star, the photos on the wall. I think we have broken into the apartment of a young communard. How fitting. He's known as the father of scientific communism, also known as Mazovianism. His theories about economic history greatly influenced, some would even say sparked, the anti-centennial revolution.
Whoever
I
lives here
suspect
needs to
that's
learn how the
exactly what
economy
they're trying
actually
to do.
works.
There aren't many communists around, not after the revolution. Some youth still keep the ideology going, it seems.
Bullet? Wait, jacket? Wait, am I... The frick is this? Psych base +1. What does this shirt give me? Ooh. Physical ink. Understand creativity. Oh. Look at us. Freaking, we looking like a California college student. Nobody gonna tell we're a cop with this plastic bag. But Ken, do you disagree that I look like one of your classmates?
hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The walking stops abruptly, but no one comes to a poor
It's the
courtyard
police.
from the looks of it. The room is barely bigger than a closet.
Do I have to open the door? Do you have a warrant? I'm not obligated to open the door if you don't have a warrant.
Let's go. We don't have a reason to get inside that apartment.
It's generally easier to do things if you have literally any reason.
Be that way. Oh, the basement.
Give me a moment. The cold never does any good for my brother.
Feeling motivated tonight? You alright? Should I call a doctor? This won't take long.
I'm fine. Fine. Don't you worry about me. Now, what do you want from me, policeman?
She's the cleaning lady. She knows the floor plan and the residence.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
I wasn't joking. No, you don't understand. I'm looking for a real person named Martin.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinaise, like Tim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Oops, you really didn't get the joke there.
I thought it was obvious. Anyway,
That's
officer,
amazing.
We don't have the witness's name.
How about a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony?
Yes, I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
What's he in trouble for?
No trouble, I just want to talk to him. You know where he lives?
Talk? He lives upstairs in room 28.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Hobocop.
Hobocop.
Technically, you wouldn't be a cop anymore,
But a
a hobo. That would mean game over for the cop chapter of your adventures. But who knows where the hobo part takes you? To the bar? The old L'Assommoir? To the pier or the sewers? To Le Royaume, where for 300 years they interred the dead. You could plunder royalist crypts for long-forgotten triple malt bourbon, then fight the Aramakan beast that lurks the bottommost sepulchres. The secrets of the city are all yours at last.
Can I reject it? Do I have to accept it? I'm not a cop anymore. Will people talk to me if I'm not a cop anymore?
Indirect modes of taxation. Turns out, those Financial Oversight Committee gangsters stuffed millions of hard-earned dividends away in the last place anyone thought to look. The hearts and minds of everyday Rivasholians. You need to spread that deregulation gospel to the people. Tell them about that foreign fair tax. Preach that 98% gross burden.
I thought
Preach
we were
it,
anti-tax. Why is it
Set
now?
the brothers free. Taxes are racist.
Ultra-liberal dialogue options. Give real. Negative empathy. Well. How do I know what problem? How do I know what the bonuses that I would get? Is it actually worth it is the question. Passed out in the blue tiles of the hostel floor. Well, is white mourning worth it? Because I feel like... no. Note reads foreclosed by Martinez Real Estate.
A shift in temperature. The air chills around you. Dust settles on the stony floor. A former architect stands before a slice of window, a room plan in her hand. A cold wave has made the air in the building stand still and frozen, with temperatures falling down to -20 degrees Celsius. It's clean and empty, with new tapestry embellishing the walls. A standard HB graphite pencil has fallen off a three-legged stool in the middle of the room. She had an eye for beauty. Faint pencil lines on paper depict the same place, but a missing eastern wall connects the room with the neighboring apartment. Ideas for arranging the furniture have been jotted down. It's red from the cold. She's breathing on her fingers, clasping the plan. Traces of sadness are visible in her expression.
An old grocery list on the table. Some monies.
The streets will flow red once more, a great torrent rushing down Rue de Esperance. You wait and see.
The streets will not flow red with anything. Who are you?
I'm Cindy the fucking Skull. What else do you want to know?
Why is this character
Date of
giving me
birth,
Abigail
blood type, the
energy?
last time I was tested for Hep C.
Don't use that tone with me. I am the law. I think it's her attitude.
And here I was trying to be polite. Just can't
But you don't
win
want to be
with you
Cindy the
pigs.
fucking Skull?
That smell coming from her paint bucket. It's not paint.
Okay.
It's heavy fuel oil.
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know, summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation. Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cats. And my name's not Mona, so yeah?
I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing your thing. I'm gonna have to stop you. This is hooliganism. I don't actually have an opinion.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
The lieutenant furrows his brow at another one of your eccentricisms. Hatred, disgust. It's difficult to tell which of the two is more present in her girlish features. The woman on the boat does not notice her staring.
That is on her. Someone's got to keep an eye on her.
Probably the Wild Pines rep. We should talk to her. She's a professional negotiator, though. I have the feeling she will be very cooperative while telling us nothing. You should take the lead. Ask her unexpected questions.
Look,
know?
she won't
Do
know
your
what
thing.
to expect from me
Don't be
looking
afraid
like
to
this.
get a bit wacky. Throwing her off is our best bet.
Good idea, piggies. Run along now. Fuck her shit up good. And I ain't no snitch, Pigstein. Go forth and forage in someone else's shit. No shortage of
Hey.
squealers in these parts.
I'm not a cop, I'm a hobo.
Actually, There is a shortage of people who talk to us in a normal, calm, informative manner.
We weren't put on this earth to make your life pleasant, fucko.
Red-dyed heavy fuel oil, intended for exclusive use in government vehicles, to be precise.
I don't even have a badge.
What did you think I was using? Aquarels? Sucked it out of a cop's fuel tank myself. Back in Jamrock. Something to think about next time you're driving around in your pretty little piggy carriage. Watch your back, ungulate.
Here, shut up, Cindy. Jeez. 100 tiny scurrying beneath the feet. Rats of the city. Smoke over the balcony. Locate room 28. Electrochemistry. -1 reaction time. What is it? I have no idea what electrochemistry does. Enough coal to last several winters. Someone's sleeping here recently. Cindy? Probably. Let's be real. It would be fair to assume it's Cindy. The door is locked. Lame. Heck yeah, 1669. Who's jealous of all my money? I'm gonna go buy some chaps. What do we got here? 1 suggestive, -1. I don't know. What is better with these items? Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Threaten people. We will do that when we actually get back over there. We gotta go and be erratic at this woman. This is worth more than you'll ever earn in your life. Yeah, probably.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green raincoat glistens with droplets. A silk scarf is tied around her throat.
Good afternoon, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCN. Beaton, my maiden name. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel, there is strength there. If she wanted, she could sink her nails deep into your skin.
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching. Anything I can do to assist the RCM in this matter, I will, gladly.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode. Very unusual. But I can assure you of his ultimate competency.
It happens quicker than a shooting star. But did the lieutenant just wink at you?
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group.
Okay, give me money.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? Look at that lady. Take a gander. Squint your eyes, bub. A well-kempt, yet tastefully short bob of dark hair. Despite the first hints of grey, she's elected to keep it au naturel, shaped into a permanent wave, late 40s style, positively statuesque, while dull orange pearls hang from her earlobes, red from the cold. Her light green eyes scan you, full of knowledge and worry, wealth and all its possibilities. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian.
Alright, just got a new
Barely able to
jacket.
tie
Thank
your
you very
own
much.
laces. Your armpits are lakes. A scythe of booze precedes you. Your hair sticks to your forehead, and your underwear feels uncomfortable. You're poor. Poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too...
As I should be.
Maybe you could ask her for some stock tips. That's a maybe. Or a job. But you're sure as hell too ashamed to ask for cash, buddy.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have to ask for your names and badge numbers.
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. I am Lieutenant Kitsuragi, from Precinct 57. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will suffice.
How curious. Why is that, Detective?
Remember when my partners told you I'd recently suffered from an unusual medical episode? My badges lost. My lost badge is related to that.
I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? Oh dear. Some kind of encephalopathic amnesia. I don't even know how to respond. I do believe you, naive as that may sound. I simply can't imagine what you gain by faking such a condition.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very unconventional, but he is an officer of the RCM.
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm afraid I simply can't share anything more until I've seen that badge.
Cannot be retried.
Of course. The situation is extremely volatile. Everything. Right up to, but not including, trade secrets.
What is your role, precisely?
First, you'd have to repeal the Emergencies Act of Trade in Elements. That gives me the right to silence. It's quite the octopus. Good luck. It's only kept in place by the vested interests of half the civilized world, including your own.
What the ma'am means is that the Emergencies Act and the RCM both get their authority from the coalition government.
You'd be shooting yourself in the foot, in other words.
But I am derailing us. You wanted to know about the strike.
Yeah, what is your role?
I believe the official title is Senior Labor Negotiator. In practice, I'm a grocery clerk. I relay the union's demands to Wild Pines and return with Wild Pines' counteroffer.
And how are the talks going?
They're not. That's the problem. The union stopped all negotiations a week ago, after that awful lynching took
Good night,
place.
Andy.
Wait,
Hope you sleep well.
she just admitted that the lynching and the strike are connected.
Now they won't even let me into the harbour. There's a 2-meter-20 racist behemoth blocking the gates. What can I say? The union employs a giant covered in tattoos. A racist giant. I guess that's part of their big tent organisation now. Yes, I believe there is a connection. But that's a subject for later.
How were the talks going?
Let's say I was not making the kind of progress I'd hoped for when I first arrived.
And when did you first arrive?
I arrived 3 weeks ago. Yes, in the middle of February. The bay was still partially frozen then. I prefer to do these things on site, like the RCM.
But the strike began in December.
I wasn't the original negotiator here. I took over after Mr. Gaumont hit a wall with Mr. Clare, the union boss. Mr. Clare refused to speak with Gaumont despite concessions he'd granted the union in prior negotiations.
This isn't the first time the union has gone on strike.
Heavens no. There have been 2 prior strikes. Both times the union won significant concessions, including overtime pay and a medical plan. This time their demands are more, I guess you could say, aggressive.
What happened to this Gaumont? What are their demands? Tell me about the union boss, Mr. Clare.
Everard Clare is a man of the utmost integrity. If you can say one thing about him, it's that he always puts the interests of the workers first.
Really?
Of course not. Everard is fantastically corrupt. I imagine he has a thick, viscous goo where you and I have blood.
If you were to prick him with something sharp, you could see it oozing out. A knife, maybe? No, a rapier.
You sound like you're about to take a rapier to it.
Oh, heavens, no. We get along just fine. Yet, now that you mention it, I can't stop imagining that black treacle just dribbling down his double chin.
See that
He
bad?
is the most corrupt individual I have ever seen, and I deal with men like him for a living. If there is anyone more venal, more irredeemably nepotistic, then it's his twin brother, Edgar.
Oh, wait, there are two of them?
Yes. Edgar looks exactly like his brother, except for that lazy eye. He also talks exactly like Everard does, and when one's term as foreman is up, the other takes over. It's how they circumvent the term limits, you see, with a funny little switcheroo. While in office, they've embezzled God knows how much of their workers' dues.
What about the union itself outside of the
The
brothers
Débardeurs
Clare?
Union was once a perfectly normal institution. 20 years ago, anyway. It must not have been easy to establish under the Emergency Act, but they did it. I can respect that. Organised labour at its best, as they say. Then something happened in the local chapter elections. The brothers Clare came and transformed it into a... how do you say...
A mob. The Débardeurs are a crime syndicate. Sad as it may be, I suspect we'll be forced to cooperate with them.
Refreshingly honest,
Morning, Mercy.
officer.
What's up?
The company has tried appeasing in the past, but I'm afraid our concessions have only emboldened Everard and his brother. And your opinion, detective, if I may ask? I'm a curious and talkative person, you see. Would you say the Débardeurs Union is... Of course, officer.
What are the demands?
There are leaflets everywhere, and banners. What did they say again? Every worker, a member of the board.
Most of the workers probably don't know what that means.
I don't know what to think about that. Over-aggressive, commie posturing. Seems like they have no idea about business. Forget it, I want to talk about
In its defense, another said, demand democracy. Pretty tame stuff compared to every worker, a member of the board.
Most of them probably don't know what that
Fortunately, they
means.
explained it. Every time the Wild Pines group makes a decision about anything, it needs the signature of each of the 2,200 workers in its Martinez terminal. Just so you understand, this is but one of 22 terminals owned by Wild Pines. Essentially, not only are they kings of the company, they are also kings of the 72,000 employees of Wild Pines Group. They're having a blast. But how can they afford it? After 4 months, my assumption was they would prefer a more practical solution.
What are you going to do?
I'm not sure. Naturally, I assumed that was just their opening position, a hard-nosed tactic with a side of mockery. But there's been no follow-up, just the same nonsensical slogan repeated over and over again. And now, people are getting lynched, I hear. Behind the whirling in rags. A disastrous situation if there ever was one.
Excuse me, from whom did you hear about this lynching?
I first heard it from the bowyer at the gates. The one whose very name advertises his aversion to work. I think he said it was, "Call me mañana."
This checks out.
What happened to Gaumont?
I'm glad you asked. There was a woman, the previous forewoman of the union. She disappeared.
Disappeared?
Yes. On the last day of the local chapter elections, her daughter phoned in and said she wasn't running anymore, or coming to work. Ever. End of story.
This forewoman, her name?
Sadly, the company records do not even give a name. She's just forewoman in private correspondence, Holly. I don't even know if it's a sir or given name, and I don't have access to the union's files. Downright haunting, if you ask me. The Wild Pines suspected foul play, but what could they do? It was a union matter. The point of the presentation is, these kinds of things happen around the Clares. Watch out when you're dealing with him.
Thank you for your concern, ma'am. We'll be just fine.
Mr. Clare told him to... how did he put it? Fuck off, midget. Gaumont is short of stature, you see. Keep in mind, this is a negotiator Mr. Clare has worked with before, and who was more than fair with him and the Union. Of course. How else can I help?
You're on
Why,
the boat.
yes I am.
Does she have a name? Do you have a license for the boat?
The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of sloop it is. My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so little to do with the murder we're investigating.
Good.
A license? Yeah.
What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. The Pines' core competency is logistics. Container shipping, freight, that sort of thing. See those airships there, blinking? And that is the terminal. Another subdivision deals with energy, oil and gas exploration, offshore platforms. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I can tell you that last year, the company booked more than 20 billion real in revenue.
A billion?
What exactly is a billion? Whoa, that's it? Numbers like that mean nothing. Money I owe is much less than that.
20 billion is a large number, but the conglomerate employs 72,000 people. They all need to be paid. Then there are capital improvements, interest payments. A conglomerate the size of the Wild Pines is like a shark. If it stops moving, it will die. Then what becomes of those 72,000 families? It's a tremendous responsibility.
She nods.
Of course, Detective.
Alright. Let's go find our friend before I forget. Upstairs and hope that he's not murdered. Because we've only taken so long to go and see him when he was clearly being watched. Money! I go up the stairs. Someone's growing rosemary thyme and a cactus.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security. Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening. We should return tomorrow after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Son, the smoker on the balcony. This is why we're here. Tomorrow, 9 p.m., right here.
Damn. Turns out it's quite tricky finding someone in a big apartment building. Remember.
Complete silence. Whoever there lives there is at home. 30 voices from within singing along with the buoyant dance track. I don't think I can get over there. Well, I guess we're not seeing our friend. Hey kid, are you scared?
Are you trying to sneak up on me?
Yes.
Apparently, she doesn't like people standing behind her back. Logic error. She is not sleeping right now.
Pig's come to take me out. Trying to snuff me out. Don't get fucking clever with me, pig. You think you're so clever.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
What kind of items do I have? I should say tools. A flashlight, pry bar. Maybe alcohol would show me something. Damage looks like it could have been caused by an earthquake. Okay, what's this way?
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents. Your bottles clunk into the machine, and you're 100% sure you got special hobo cop money for that tear. At least 100% extra tear money. If the numbers on the machine told you otherwise, it's a lie. Do you know what you should do with that money, kiddo? You should buy more alcohol. You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's...
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
Speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No, I don't think so.
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
I don't know. Frit?
What is Frit?
A 7 to 11 grocery store.
Why is it written
I
on
think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't.
Let's proceed. I have some questions for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Do you have any emotion
She looks up from her magazine.
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Can you tell me anything about the
I don't
body?
really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Do you know the man who
Not
died?
really.
Not really? Does that mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay. Uh-huh.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Dramamine, magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
I'm gonna say, where's the emotion?
Okay. Don't, like, overdo it or something. I don't know. Let's see. Nosafed is a nasal spray. Dramamine is a really good painkiller. Magnesium is a dietary supplement. Hypnogamma is... I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. Uh-huh.
We want a raincoat.
You see several packaged raincoats
Plus one
fill
endurance.
a low shelf.
Here you go.
Heck yeah. Now we match the trash bag. We are styling, okay?
A lorry stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin with personal belongings, stickers, insignia. The back end of the cabin is a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There are several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains.
Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. This is our guy.
I think this lawyer belongs to our tough guy.
This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is, in front of Rita, smoking nervously, hoping it's over. He was acting tough before. This probably scared him a bit. Who knows when it will come in handy? A slightly scared, racist lorryman.
Likely, yeah.
He was a large man.
This guy.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
I am the law! What's going on here?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes.
Okay, then, yes.
Ha! Couldn't handle us. Cause gives the workers strength, gives them power.
We have a right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't
Might be time.
Sides.
Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the
right to work! Right to work!
Rights of people, rights of workers, to have gainful employment, to make a salary, and feed their families.
Regardless, that's
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, Scott.
I want to get to the harbor thing. What is a strike? Who are all of these strike breakers? What exactly is your goal?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
And you were unable to breach the entrance? Okay, I wouldn't pursue this.
The physically impressive man tower has turned his attention back to the gates. He ignores your presence.
Honest men and women, with rights, to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests. We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
Yeah, enjoy yourself. We're gonna go back to our body with our ammonia. And then call it a night. Rain cop? Yup. We are the rain hobo cop. We're also gonna dump some ammonia on this kid.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body...
Do I need to wear the ammonia?
There he still is, looking right
can't get it down.
through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now.
What if? Nope, I already am holding the wire cutters. So I can't do anything with him yet. He does need to be punched.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
There's no getting anywhere with him. Who is that?
Can I help you? Thanks. I hope you found what you were looking for. How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fatigue state. Someone in your staff had put them there.
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Who else had it?
The trash collection service, CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threats that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. Two men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
I think fugue states are more your forte, officer. Yes? Another thing. Great. I love those. Yes? Absolutely out of the...
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. That your body
Then we
is
sing
ready,
the
sir.
shit out of this place. As you do. Good to know I can save at any time. I just keep seeing things to go and... It's all about money, you know? I just keep seeing things. Like this. I go in that
thin
fridge till I
man
get
is
locked
smoking
in.
below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. As you step in, he nods toward the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Garancy and Kubek. Okay, it's definitely not his name. Whatever you do, please don't call him Garancy Kubek. Please. It's not funny.
It's not funny.
The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air.
Here's some
He
precious
smiles
pots.
and bangs his ladle against each of his pots.
Stay masculine.
You see a heavy steel door
Stay
with
masculine.
a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. The door does not, but the cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. Old cobalt paint. Rougher.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads?
It's part of the whirling rags.
Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look into it. As a side investigation.
Yeah, so many side
Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria...
Okay, anyway. Save. Oh, I can just do quick save. Hello, quick save. Here we go. So that will be it for this week. Next week, who knows what we'll find other than coming back to our man with the cigarette, not actually named Martin. Because he lied to us. Oh, there's a map? There's a thought cabinet? I don't even... Oh, that's the thought cabinet. There's a journal? Well, I'm having fun. Unraveling the mystery. I have no idea what the variations are, since you've said you haven't found certain things. Stuff's everywhere to look at. That's what I'm finding, and that's what makes it so easy for me to get distracted. Yeah, super chill. So we'll see what we find next week. I did save. I saved twice just to make sure. So thanks for hanging out. Look forward to where this mystery goes next week. And do I open that cursed door? Save regular. Should I open the cursed door? We have a week to decide. Okay, I saved legitimately now. But the door is still closed. Does it matter if you open the door? Was I a pansy for not opening the door? Did I miss out on something? The curse has spread. Well, we'll see what happens, I guess. We'll see what happens. I don't know how serious you are. Anyway, have a good night. See you later. Have a good week. And don't die. Hope you're enjoying the stream. The story.